Welcome to Screen Recaps, and today we are going to be recapping the movie Secret Society of Second-Born Royals. The film commences in Ilaria, the tiniest nation in Europe, where Samantha, the second offspring of the royal family of Ilaria, isn't treated as a princess due to not being the eldest daughter in the family. Nevertheless, her elder sister, Eleanor, consistently obtains whatever she requires, exacerbating Sam's situation. Her father, the monarch of Ilaria, perished in an aircraft collision with his sibling. Consequently, Sam's mother, Catherine, assumed control of the throne to govern the country under her authority. In a few weeks, Eleanor will come of age at 18 and ascend to the role of Queen of Ilaria, replacing her mother, while Sam's role in the family is largely overlooked. Leading a conventional life, Sam associates with various individuals, including Mike, the child of a caretaker within the realm. With the nation under a monarchy system, they engage in an anti-monarchy movement by performing rock music on the streets, drawing the attention of both nearby citizens and a law enforcement officer. Sam endeavors to divert the attention of the officers with her skateboarding skills, but ultimately collides with a traffic sign and is apprehended. Subsequently, she is taken back to her mother at the palace, where she explains that the populace is dissatisfied with the governing structure. However, Catherine refutes this, asserting that they represent only a minority. The following day at school, she encounters another second-born royal named Roxanne, who is quite influential and enjoys live streaming. The scene shifts to a highly secure penitentiary specifically designed for the world's most infamous criminal. Within, two guards are observed delivering nourishment to an individual identified as May 34. He uncovers a hidden capacitor within an apple and integrates it into a device that empowers him to liberate himself from a neck restraint. He regains his abilities, employing his telekinetic powers to breach the door and escape from the facility. Meanwhile, Mike and Sam are rehearsing in a music studio for their performance within the palace. The boy invites Sam to accompany him to the Brambled Bone concert, an offer she accepts. He is taken aback and perplexed when Sam successfully detects the aroma of garlic naan on his breath, which he had consumed 2 days prior. Sam encounters mementos of her and her father, evoking memories of their time together. Her father used to affectionately call her Snowflakes due to her exceptional nature. That evening, she attends a preliminary event preceding Eleanor's coronation and unexpectedly recollects her promise to attend a party with Mike. She deceives her mother, swiftly adopting a rock-inspired appearance, and meets up with Mike. However, as they both lack identification cards, they lack authorization to enter the premises. Fortunately, they chance upon workers near a rear entrance, and Sam somehow manages to observe the individual entering the door's access code from a distance, leaving Mike astonished. They successfully gain entry and partake in the festivities, during which Sam surprisingly acquires heightened sensory perception, including the ability to discern heartbeats and the sound of insects buzzing. This sensation induces a combination of anxiety and dizziness, prompting her to trigger the fire alarm to halt the performance. As a result, they are once again apprehended. Mike becomes aware that something is amiss with his friend, since the moment she accurately detected his past lunch. Before long, their release is secured, and their parents retrieve them. Catherine decides to enroll her daughter in a summer educational program to compensate for her absence. Meanwhile, on May 34, a secretive individual contacts his or her partner, commending the notion involving the apple. It is revealed that Catherine is responsible for confining him in the cell. As he waits for an opportunity, he continues to enhance his telekinetic abilities and covertly observes Sam. The following day, she attends the summer program and encounters January, who asserts that her father was acquainted with Sam's uncle. There is also the socially awkward Matteo, Tuma, and of course, the popular Roxana. Shortly after, Professor James Morrow, the instructor for the summer class, arrives. He unveils that each of them is a second-born royal and possesses a latent, unique superpower. He further explains that the purpose of the summer program is to prepare them to join the covert organization of second-born royals. It emerges that Catherine is overseeing the society's initiatives, which astonishes Sam. She elucidates that the society was established to safeguard monarchies from global threats and criminals. The drawback is that students who fail the training will undergo memory erasure, rendering them oblivious to their superpower. They commence their initial training task, aiming to reach a pyramid. However, the challenge is far from simple. The room contains laser devices that target the overconfident Tuma. Gradually, the students begin to unveil their individual superpowers. Roxana acknowledges her ability to become invisible,
while Tuma can influence people's actions through commands. On the other hand, Sam's heightened sensory perception allows her to react more swiftly. In summary, all the students are defeated in the first trial. Subsequently, January discovers her power, enabling her to temporarily absorb others' abilities through touch, while Mateo masters control over insects. After the session, the girls discuss the challenges of being second-born in their families, interrupted by Sam's backup phone ringing unexpectedly. The following day, training resumes, and James explains the necessity of controlling their powers. Given their unique abilities, he assigns specialized training to each. Sam hones her super senses by focusing on sounds, while Tuma interacts with a dog named Charlie to improve social skills. On a different note, Roxana is compelled to manifest her superpower under extreme weather conditions, while Mateo refines his control over bees. January confronts a swimming challenge, leveraging Anna's underwater breathing ability. During lunch, James intentionally exposes Sam to poisoned food to heighten her senses, prompting January to offer her a favorite apple. That evening, Mike's father advises his son to maintain a distance from the Royals due to differing social statuses. The subsequent day, Sam accompanies her mother to an underground facility where numerous unique items are stored, including a DNA-based nano device with targeted genetic capabilities. Catherine imparts tips to help Sam master her superpower. Ultimately, all the students, except Roxana, succeed in mastering their abilities. Sam accurately identifies various voices, Mateo gains proficiency with bees, Charlie obeys commands, and January achieves commendable underwater breath-holding records. In Roxana's case, James resorts to a playful threat of broadcasting a live stream featuring her unkempt appearance. Employing this tactic, Roxanne eventually succeeds in demonstrating her power of invisibility. The students eventually reach their pinnacle, and James is highly content with the outcome. Later that evening, Sam is expected to participate in a street concert with Mike. However, James abruptly rouses the students, compelling them to embark on their very first mission to safeguard a valuable gem from theft. They reach the location, and Sam employs her heightened senses to detect the thief. Pursuing the thief, they discover that she is, in fact, January's instructor. They fall into a deception and fail to protect the gem. James expresses disappointment and decides to cancel the training for the following day. Sam apologizes to Mike for her absence, but is restricted from divulging her current circumstances, leaving him upset. On the subsequent day, which is their day off, they are set to enjoy a brief seaside vacation. Following their enjoyment, Sam grows closer to January, inviting her to the palace. They sneak in, and Sam reveals her private music studio to January, sharing that her father specifically converted the tower into a studio just for her. Unexpectedly, Mike arrives at the studio and becomes quite upset upon learning that Sam is having fun without him. A few moments later, on May 34, an individual emerges and launches a telekinetic assault on the students. Before fleeing, Sam hears him refer to her as Snowflake, a term exclusively used by her father. James commands them to descend, yet Sam disobeys and pursues the intruder. She succeeds in locating him within the woods, where James tries to shield Sam but is severely injured. He discloses to Sam that he is her uncle, Edmund, just before January intervenes, utilizing the stolen power to repel him. The instructor is subsequently hospitalized. Catherine is eventually compelled to unveil the truth to her daughter, revealing that Edmund killed her father in a bid to seize the throne, which led to his imprisonment. Sam insists on seeing Edmund and deduces his true identity as her uncle. Edmund explains that his genuine objective was to dismantle the monarchy for the sake of societal equality. Growing impatient with waiting for Sam's father to effect change, he resorted to his murder. Subsequently, Sam encounters her elder sister, who assures her that she will usher change into the realm once she ascends to the role of queen. Meanwhile, the students agreed to go with Eleanor's crowning to support Sam that night. Sam was determined to visit James at the hospital. She confesses to him, and he forgives her. The crowning day has come where every important royal attends. Somehow I couldn't use my superpower there. Meanwhile, January equips herself with persuasive abilities stolen from Tuma. She sneaks into the underground base and orders the guard to free Edmund from custody, revealing she did the apple trick. Then she returns to her friends, telling them to follow her and locks them in a cell. Mateo informs January about it through one of his bees. She tracks Adamant using her super sense and chases after him. The ceremony is ongoing, and Adamant arrives at the cathedral to set up a nano device that would eliminate all with royal bloodline. Meanwhile, some people know that January is after her. She rushes to Mike's house and asks for his help. Initially, He refuses, but Sam apologizes and reveals a secret, leading them to team up and defeat January. She confesses to making a deal with Edmund to rule. The group of students is determined to stop Edmund together. He argues that a world without royals would free other people. Sam, Roxana, and Mateo distract him and lead him into a room where a miniaturized chamber is installed. Mike uses telekinesis to trap Edmund on the other side after reprogramming the nano device. The crowning completes without problems, and Eleanor becomes Lyria's new queen. Sam, Roxana, Mateo, and Tuma are accepted into society. James recovers, and Catherine reveals the secret society to the new queen, who promises to add parliament alongside the monarchy to give people a choice. The society learns that January has escaped Anshel and challenges them to find her. They continue the mission with their new suit.